Hello Crossout community, I'm Vulture and I'm here to show you some of my builds. This video is one of a series of videos called Crossout Craft Brews, so named to give the impression of a build that's been carefully worked on and perfected to a taste. Now my tastes are, I need a build that's fun primarily, second it has to be unique, and then finally effective, but fun and unique above effective. So what I want to show you today is this build. This is the Rooster Retch. It's a tricycle hover with a retcher and some Hermes boosters. Well, let's talk about fun. Is this thing fun? Well, it's 4 Hermes boosters and a retcher. It's damn fun. It's goes fast, hits decently hard, and is great for flanking. There's not much more fun than that in Crossout to me. Hover 88's a close second, but this thing, I don't know. This is what I want to play when I want to have a lot of fun. Now, is it unique? I'd say it's unique. I never see hover retchers with boosters. That's something you never really see. And if you go into the exhibition, and let me find Icarus retcher and Hermes, see what's on the exhibition for it. It's 2 of my builds. This is the prototype for the Rooster Retch. So this thing is probably a one of a kind as far as builds go. But let's talk about effective. What makes this thing effective? Well, honestly, it's not super effective. It is not a optimized build for its power score. It is at 7996, just under 8. And there are plenty of builds that are more efficient than this thing, but it still gets the job done. It's primarily made to harass. You know, you get somewhere really fast at the beginning of the match, somewhere weird, and then kind of harass from behind lines, and then find someone to pick off and kind of use the retcher like a shotgun. So say this is like some homing rocket guy that's out back. You just come up, wreck him, and then move on, and then get away when his teammates focus you. So that's its role. Harassment and picking off things that can't defend themselves too well. What else does it do? Well, it's a great rabbit. And by that I mean you fly right into the enemy team, hit them a couple times, and fly out. Make them turn their heads and turn away from your team, and get them to chase you. I mean, they want to chase this thing. It's like a big, I don't know, colorful mess, and it goes fast. People want to hit it, so they try to hit it. So when you're in like a pub, you know, TDM type of setting, like in Crossout, that works pretty well. You know, just being a rabbit, being a distraction, splitting the team against more organized teams like 4-mans. It doesn't do too well because they can isolate you, and you know, just 1 or 2 cannon shots will take this thing down. It's also pretty good at chasing down drone boats, especially like the Goliath drone boats. You can kind of get right in between their butt cheeks and keep hammering away and getting at their juicy innards without wasting too much on their tracks. It's also pretty good at jumping lance builds. So something you could do at the beginning of the match is get way out front, get cloaked, and wait for that lance bastard. You know he's going to be charging across the map, and then you can get up on him and jump him and wreck him. It's really hard for wheeled lance builds to touch this thing, and you just kind of pick them apart. So yeah, that's about it for effective. Let's look at the build itself. Now, it's running a Torero mainly for the accuracy. The accuracy helps a lot for the retcher, for the first shot anyways, and the Torero is lighter than the Harpy, so that's why I went with the Torero. Also, it's smaller, and the trike design is so that when you lose the front hover, it can still work. So without the front hover, it still moves under its own power, pretty close to how it would otherwise. If it had, you know, 2 hovers in the front, it would be unbalanced and create some problems. What else about it? It's got the big cloak cheetah to help the cloak. The cheetah actually works pretty well with this build because you usually go on like 200 kph, and it helps recharges that chameleon real fast. And then you got a seal. Actually, this is an older version of the build. Usually I have the seal stuffed in there in some way. And one ammo box, and that's about it. That's all there is to this thing. Some rammy bits in the front, and it actually does pretty good at ramming. Let me show you that right quick. Get going pretty quick. You can, and you hit him in the cab. Does okay damage. Usually it does around like 800. That time, who knows why? It only did 300. Can do around 800 cab damage. So yeah, that's my build. I'm going to go to the footage now, and the footage I have planned is just from like one night of use of this thing, consecutive matches. I'm not doing a frag video here. I'm kind of trying to show what it's like to use this thing for a night. So with that, there'll be some bad matches and some good matches. I did have to edit out a few parts. One I had to AFK for a long time, and the other, it was just a really bad match. It was against a 4-man, and 3 of my teammates instantly rage quit, like upon spawning in. So that was a bad match and not even worth casting. But otherwise, yeah, that's it. Enjoy the footage, and let me know what you think of this. I think it's great. Tell me it's great, or tell me it's shit. I don't care. I want to know what people think of this thing, because I don't get a lot of feedback. All I know is driving this thing from my end. I'm wondering what it's like to face this thing on their end, or other people use it, have better ideas. I don't know. This thing's finished as far as I'm concerned. So yeah. Anyways, that's the Rooster Wretch. I'll stop blabbing now. On to the footage.
There was long ones, tall ones, short ones, brown ones, black ones, brown ones, big ones, little ones. Out of the middle came a lady. She whispered in my ear something crazy. She said, "Do I take that girl? Do I
and my name is Rel. Now I like a woman who loves her freedom, and I like a woman who can hold her own. And if you fit that description, baby, come on. Take my hand. Come with me, baby, to love land. Let me show you how sweet it could be. Sharing love with me. I want you to flow, flow on. Come on, come on, come on. Flow on, flow on.
Libra. And my name is Charles. Now I like a woman that's quiet. A woman who carries herself like Miss Universe. Now my name is Paul. See, I like all the women of the world. And if you understand what I'm saying, I want you to take my hand. Come with me, baby, to love land. Let me show you how sweet it is. Sharing love with me. So flow with me, baby. Cancer.